Hey Strikers, this is SF and it's time for the third Tignnos stage. This one is going to be all wheels and my friend's going to be a Cleopatra again. Like Cleopatra and Satan are very useful in Tignnos and it's going to be a doozy. So this time Cleopatra is not as useful with her poison than the other stages. You don't really need a poison, but Cleopatra is just good for the recovery because you're going to need some healing, and the strike shot is very powerful. And the blast, really. So basically, there are the pots which you have to destroy first. If you destroy them, the skull will proc the defense down. And why will is super important is because of the homing piercers. So the pots are actually homing absorbers in this stage. So all the homings that Will shoots out will get to the pots first, which makes it easy to get the defense down and clear off the other mobs. And all the mobs have really high HP, even the pots themselves, so that's why poison is not that useful. So you want to have some kind of no gravity barrier monster in there, preferably Cleopatra, because the blast will also proc the homings and stuff. Okay, second stage. There is a regular homing absorber on the bottom left. You have to destroy that first, or else Will's homings will never get to the pot. And of course, it will mitigate damage that way. So, gotta clear off the homing absorbers first. There we go. And after that, you can clear the pots with Will. And just clear it before the right counters on the mobs. Some mobs are not one-shots, like the zombies. Like the zombies' right cooldown is not one shot, but like the Zuma and the Axe guy is a one shot. Okay, there's the defense down. And basically, the toughest part is just hitting Will. Hit as much Wills as you can, and of course, hitting Cleopatra. That's like the whole point of this dungeon, just hitting each other. Sadly, Will is not a pierce type. If he was a pierce type, then this will go by a lot easier. Okay, next stage. Next stage, just like all the other previous stages, gotta leave Tignnos alone and just take care of the pot. Okay, Cleo. And there goes that pot and defense down. The sad thing is that you gotta wait until Tignnos gets the hell away before Will's bump combos can deal significant amount of damage. So if you just want to clear out guys, then pinch for the walls. If not, then just hit each other and then just stay around for a few turns. Okay. Next, starting off with Will. You do have to be careful because Tignnos' damage is a little bit higher than the regular one, so you want to have at least 75% of max HP to actually tank the damage from Tignnos. Okay, at least 50, but like 75% just to be safe for future attacks. Okay, next is going to be Mini Izanami. And basically the same thing. The only catch is that Izanami will revive the pots, will revive minions in general, but mainly the pots first every 2 turns. And the defense down will only work for 1 turn only. So basically clear off pots on 1 turn, on the very first turn after he gets revived, and then the second turn deal damage onto Izanami, and then you loop it until Izanami dies. Okay, just clear off the pots. Even so, like, even during the turns where Izanami has the defense down, it will take in damage. It's just that you won't have the reliance on Will's bump combos to deal damage onto Izanami. Everything will be focused on, all those homings will be onto the pot. And I just did that move just to turn it just for that zombie loop. I only call it a zombie loop, but just the reviving loop for the pot. So then I have one full turn with just homings onto Izanami. And that should be more than enough. Good. Okay, next is mini boss number 2. Same thing as the previous stage, it's just that there is a homing observer on the top right. And just clear it, and then basically does the same thing as you did before. Now this turn I don't want to clear off the pots, so just hit once or just hit will twice, and that should be too much. The pots are a little bit weaker than the mob stages, so that's why 2 wills worth of bomb combos will do it, whereas the mob stages will need at least like 3-ish. And I'm gonna strike shot just to clear off mobs, because I don't want to deal with those damages. Okay, next is Cleo, and just hit will as per usual. You may want to position for the next bar, which is on the left side of the map, but it's not that important in my opinion. Okay, just 2 more turns until Izanami dies. And like I said, the zombies one counter will not be a one-shot, so I'm not that afraid of it. But I still clear off Izanami anyways. Okay. Boss, 3 bars, 32 turns, starting off with Cleopatra. Probably not the best start. You might want to start off with Will, but you wanted to position onto the left side for that homing absorber. And this turn is basically a waste. And this Will is on the wrong side of the map, so that's 2 turns wasted. But you do have a lot of time in my opinion. The axe guys have a 9 counter on their one shot. Okay, and we'll clear. And just gotta clear off the pot. Next is Cleo. I'm just gonna hit all my guys to heal up and to clear off the pot if I can. I don't think that's enough. That's fine because Izanami will be reviving the pot on that turn. Now this will clear it. Okay, I do have 3 turns until the axe guys one-shots me, but since all my guys are up there, I got a lot of damage. I can get a lot of damage into Izanami, so I just screw the axe guys and just go directly onto Izanami. Okay, there comes the pot again, and we'll just go up and down, and that should do it for Izanami 0. Like Izanami will still take damage, while even though she doesn't have the defense down. It's just that it's a little bit less. Okay, second stage. There are 2 pots now, so your whole game plan will change just because Izanami will revive pots every single turn. You can actually one counter will revive the left one, and then the other counter will revive the right one. But I think that's how it works. But either way, basically just hit Izanami while hitting Will, and just keep on refreshing that, refreshing the defense down. So there goes 1 pot, and here comes Izanami 0, and just hit Will and attack Izanami 0 at the same time. Next is Cleopatra. I'm just gonna hit Will. Nice. But unlike the other stages, Izanami 0 has a shorter cooldown on her one shot, so you gotta be you gotta be ready to clearing Izanami 0. Just use Will strike shot if you think that you won't make it. Either Izanami or a Cleopatra strike shot will be fine. Okay, last phase, basically the same thing as the second stage. It's just that you cannot go down under Izanami, under her legs, to deal a lot of damage. There are blocks under there, so you either position for it first, or you just gotta hit Izanami on the head for damage. And Cleopatra, I got the defense down onto Izanami, so I'm just gonna strike shot, and that should be it. And boom, death. That's why Cleopatra is really OP in this stage. But you do want to get as many wills, get 3 wills, and then Cleopatra friend, or any like really powerful water monster too, like even like at Margaret or Oda Nobunaga X will be okay. But that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.